He's been featured on Comedy Central, shows such as Three Sisters, The Brothers Solomon, Stacked, Dexter, and Grey's Anatomy. And tonight he's here to talk a little bit about working with animals in Hollywood and to try his hand at animal communication. Welcome my old friend Brian Scolaro to the show tonight.
Come on, all you doggies, won't you walk with me? I'm the puppet.
So Brian,
I'm a comedian, I'm an actor, and now I'm on an animal podcast at 11 in the morning with my face next to a monkey.
So I would say you've really made it. You peaked here. So being on this show.
Yeah. This is the climax of my career.
Forget Pam Anderson. Forget those shows you've done. This is it for here.
We went to college together. We went to college together. We're old friends. I've known Anne since.
Don't say how long. No, don't say how long. Just kidding. I'm old.
She's 15 years old. She's 15 years old.
I am.
She was gifted. She was in college very early.
Very impressive.
What is the question here? You're asking what do I think the monkey's thinking?
Yes.
I think he's thinking, why didn't I graduate and become a human? He's like, how did I stay a monkey when all these other monkeys evolved into humans? And he just realized it, and he's kind of pissed. And it seems like he has a headache, you know?
Okay.
He seems like he's annoyed with life. He's a very smart monkey.
I think he is.
Life is disappointing.
Okay. Is this about him or you? Is this becoming like...
No, it's the monkey. Look how sad he is. He's like, shit, I gotta do what now? I gotta do what? I gotta play horns at a circus? And he's looking around, he's like, I wish I could stop hanging around with other monkeys. He looks like he wants to be human.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And if you really were to really feel what he's feeling, what would you say?
I think I'm making the same pose he is right now. It's just, I'm tired of life too. I think that's what he's thinking. I'd rather do something else. I wish I was an actress.
Okay.
All
right.
It's like an old wise monkey.
Okay. And does he have any messages for you, do you think? Any personal messages, do you think?
Could you please lower the TV? My head hurts. That looks like what he said. Could you just stop talking about your ex-girlfriend already? She's not going to call you. That's what I think he's thinking. Trying to tell me.
All right. And do you think that he feels that do you think that he has any advice for other people who would like to communicate with, interspecies communication? Do that kind of thing.
I think he's like, just calm down. It's going to be all right. You're too excited. Just relax. You're hurting my head. Just relax. Life is a zero-sum game.
So let's go to the next one. All right. Let's see.
Just adorable. A horse talking to a dog. That's adorable. That's a Hallmark card right there.
It is, right? And what do you think that these guys are saying to each other?
You're a lot smaller than me. I could eat you. I'm not gonna. Because I'm a vegetarian. You have any carrots? And the dog's like, thank you for not eating me. You're like a large dog. I don't understand.
How do you think the dog is feeling? Just really, if you were to really become the dog, really feel what he's feeling, what emotions do you think?
I think he feels safe, but he's shocked. I think he's emotionally attached to the horse. Okay. He's having a connection. Mm-hmm. But yet he's also like, this is a big dog I'm talking to. And he no longer feels, because dogs always think they're in charge. This dog is like, well, I'm just not going to bark at this guy because he's like a much larger version of me.
Yeah.
And the horse is, that's what I think. And the horse is like, aren't you, can you be my friend? Because all I ever talk to is humans and other horses. I think horses are very intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
I rode a horse named Diane once in 2003. When I got off the horse, I said, thanks for the ride, Diane. And then she rubbed her nose in my chest.
Oh.
And that led me to believe that she understood I was saying thank you. Very smart horse. So I think this horse is like, oh, thank God. A dumb animal like me I can talk to. It's a cute connection.
Yeah.
Or maybe And it also looks like the horse is asking the dog for a cigarette, and then the dog's like, I don't smoke, I'm a dog. Like, can I borrow $1 for, borrow $1 for some salt cubes, sugar cubes?
Yeah.
That's what it looks like. And the dog's like, oh, listen, man, I don't got any of that. Oh, sugar cubes? No, I don't have any of those. And so the dog has sugar cubes, but isn't going to give it to him. Look at his face, right?
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So he's withholding. He's not really a true good friend.
He's like, oh, no, I don't have it.
How about these guys?
Looks like they look like they're very friendly with each other. Either that or it's like a dog food, cat food commercial, or ringworm medication commercial.
Do you think they like what they do? Like being actors? How do they feel about it?
I think they don't know that they're acting. They just know that they get treats afterwards if they sit still.
Okay.
That's what they look like. It looks like they're being spoken to, and they're both eager to learn. I don't know if they're friends or if they're pretending to be friends for a camera shoot. It's so well lit that I'm leaning towards that they're actors.
All right. Do you feel
you can't trust actors?
I got it. Okay. So do you feel, if you were to feel out, say that you were really connecting with this cat, really become the cat, do you feel like that cat wants to be there, the treat, it's enough?
I think the cat wants to be there. Some cats are really very welcoming and kind. They kind of look like the humans at the end of Close Encounters of the Third Kind. They're looking up at a spaceship in awe of it, you know? And the dog's waiting for the aliens to come out, and the cat's like, what's the size of that shit? I really don't know, brothers. When they seem, I just don't trust them. I think they're acting.
Okay. All right.
I don't think they mind acting.
So are they kind of like phony Hollywood? Okay.
I think they're friends, but they're friendly. They're coworkers.
Okay. So kind of like, like the kind of what we hear, like phony Hollywood people. Maybe you've been exposed to some of that. That kind of thing.
I had to work with several dogs, and I tried to pet one dog, and he wouldn't even look at me because he was just staring at his caretaker.
Yep.
In the beginning, I tried to pet him, but he was like, "No, I'm staring at my caretaker."
Yep.
So they're lying.
What's your final thoughts on these two? Do you like which? If you were to summarize this, what would you?
I mean, I've told you that I think they're actors. If we drop that story, they look like they're very kind animals, and they just like looks like they get along with they're trusting they're trusting, and they're sweet.
Okay.
And they're good natured. It doesn't seem like they're gonna fight. They're both very cute.
Okay.
In particular, I like the cat.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very sweet.
All right. Well, let's move on then to these two.
It looks like kind of the same thing, but they're calling break. They're calling for lunch. They're shooting a movie, and they got called to lunch.
Okay. All right.
Or they're racing. I really don't know. I don't know. It's just they're racing. How could you possibly read into this? What do you think?
Well, if you look in, well, let's just say this. If we look into his eyes, the dog.
Who's that? Okay.
You really kind of rest there and you just feel out what this dog is. Who is this dog? What's his essence?
He looks like he's out of breath.
Mm-hmm. But that's sort of an observation. Now, with animal communication, you want to feel what the animal's feeling, and who's his character? Who is he really? If you got to know him really well, would you?
He looks kind of manic. He looks kind of manic in those eyes, like he's on crack or something.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So he's got issues.
I think he has drug issues.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, here's the thing I know about dogs. I went dog sledding in Alaska, and before we said mush, dogs are jumping and jumping and so excited. The minute they ran, it was dead silence. They were focused. They couldn't bark when they ran. I always remember the dog in No Country for Old Men. He's barking, but when he's swimming, he's silent. So the dog looks like he's very focused on running. Like he's happy.
Right.
I would say that they're happy animals.
Okay.
And cats don't often, listen, to get a cat to run towards you in a field seems like it's a trained cat, you know?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I think he's happy. If a cat's doing tricks, they're happy. If a cat's, if he doesn't do tricks if he doesn't want it. But he clearly wants to. He's running towards the camera. He's happy.
All right. So he's
Otherwise,
happy.
he'd be sitting down in the background.
This dog might need a little bit of help, but otherwise, otherwise okay.
I can't. He looks happy to me, but also that's a serial killer. Look, that dog. Look really closely. Like he might have killed a few cats.
Okay. Maybe that's why the cat is going after him.
It could be a cop cat chasing him.
That's probably what it is. Okay.
There's a lot of cats out there.
Yes. Okay.
That's kind of that'd be a good TV show, Cop Cat. You know, but not like a cartoon, like an actual cat who solves crimes.
A real cat, yeah.
Cop Cat. Yeah.
Maybe that could be a project you do. You could.
Yeah, sure. Another project that nobody will watch. Would be great.
Well, Cop Cat, I think that might be it. That might be the one. All right. How about this guy?
He looks very happy. It's a very happy dog.
He's happy. He feels happy. Okay.
Yeah. He looks loved, and he looks loving.
Okay.
And I think that's what he's trying to say. Hey, what do you want me to do?
All right.
Are we staying here? Are we going for a walk? Taking a picture of me? That's fun. He looks like, we need to see like non-posing dogs and cats. You know what I mean? Like these are posing. These are poses.
Okay.
I need to see a dog and a cat in the wild.
Okay. I could bring that up for you. Like.
All right. Because they're all posing, so they're happy. I want to see a dog with problems, like a double mortgage, health insurance ran out.
Yep.
What did you say? What? Yeah. Looks like he's waiting for the Q word. Treat. Like outside yard. He looks like he's waiting for the Q word for him to go charging in a happy place.
Okay, so he's like in suspended. He's just waiting.
Animation.
Yeah.
Suspended doggy animation.
Yeah.
This dog, it looks like he's enough with these treats. Like, where's the good stuff? Yes, here's treats. Oh, there's, like, he is. Those are action shots.
There he goes.
He doesn't look excited about these treats. It looks like he's like, this is what you give me? I saw you have a cheeseburger this morning, and I know half of it's still in the fridge. That's what it looks like. You know that?
Yeah, I was trying to get him to play, but he's not playing again.
He doesn't look like he's happy at all about these treats. He's like, these look like vitamins to me.
Okay. How do you feel how does he feel to you, like his energy? How does his energy feel? Like in general?
Something's wrong.
Okay. Like.
He's not communicating. She or he looks like a she, a hand, is not understanding what the dog wants.
Okay.
The dog does not want treats right now. He wants something else. I would keep putting up with other things until he found what he wanted. I don't know. Looks like he's something pressing. Looks like he looks stressed. He looks worried.
You feel like maybe he wants to be held or to be taken out of that situation, like held or taken.
Or maybe he doesn't like maybe he doesn't like the location. Maybe he's not comfortable where he is.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think you hit the nail on the head. Telling you.
That's where I would be.
This is your future right here. It's just been there. It's been latent. You haven't been using it.
Yeah. No, I'm good on animals. Once I put my first cat down, I was like, done. I'm not going through that again.
Yeah, it's very painful. Very, very painful. Yeah. But that just shows a deep sensitivity.
I felt my cat, after she died, for the next year, I felt her walk on the bed. Like she would say, I had cat stairs, and then she would walk onto the bed, and I could feel the mattress,
Really?
like going down each step. So for a year after she died, she did that. She visited me still. Yeah, and then she stopped coming.
A year.
Maybe she's like, he's not talking to me, so she took off. I don't know. They always say the pets leave, the ghosts leave once they know you're okay, but I don't know if that's it. I think the cat, was like, there's nothing going on here, so I'll go. Like, I guess it must be pretty boring after a while.
Yeah. Well, that's a good point. I mean, it's actually something we talk about a lot in classes with animal communication, about how animals will be kind of trying to get us to listen, and eventually, if you don't listen, if you don't ever like acknowledge what they're saying, that they sometimes do just kind of meh.
I think after a while, when I was getting up and just going about my business instead of like talking to her ghost, so she just moved on.
Her spirit, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which is sad, because I wouldn't want her to be happy. And I wouldn't want her to be like, well, he's not talking to me anymore, I'm out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Do cats know they're ghosts? You know what I mean? So.
Well,
Does he, like, do dogs and cats know they're ghosts? Or do they?
My feeling is they know, they know they're on a different plane. I don't know that they would say they're a ghost. I think it's more like they're to me, what I have gotten over the years of doing this more is that it's kind of more like another plane, and that it's just, for them, it's a little bit more, a lot of them, even in life, it's a little less delineated. Like, they don't have all the things that have been imposed on them, on us growing up in society. So they don't have the blocks. So it's just more natural for them. They're not thinking to themselves, I'm here now, I'm going to die, or I'm dead. It's just a different perception of things. It's a little more fluid.
Yeah, that makes me sad, the fact that my cat thought that I was ignoring her.
Well, I feel like...
Great job, man. You depressed me. Can you tell what I'm feeling?
I think though, the thing is that they recognize if you don't do this kind of thing, they recognize that people don't kind of get it. And it's not just them either. To me, they are in touch with a lot more than just, they're not living in a void. So they understand things about people. That sometimes we don't see the world. And sometimes that's what's happening, is they're trying to nudge you. They're trying to get you to open up to understand things in a different way. And that may have been what your cat was doing. When was this? How long ago?
It was years ago. My ex-girlfriend, Julia, she was in college, played with a Ouija board, and she summoned up a Native American ghost. And so her dog, Nala, every once in a while would start growling at nothing. Like up at the corner of the ceiling, and Julie was like, I think that's the ghost who visits me. And so it was very interesting. The dogs obviously can see things.
Yeah.
Dogs and cats can see things that they can see different planes. I just hope that my cat didn't assume I didn't love her anymore.
I mean, you can still, I do communication with animals that have crossed over, and you can,
I still talk to her.
Yeah. Okay. So just, she probably is understanding this. We're talking about her. We're kind of, just talking about them. We're connecting with them in a way, but you can sit and just let her know, like say to her, I'm sorry, I might have missed that when you were, but then again, you didn't, you picked up on it. So I don't like to think that, and I don't think that people and animals that have crossed over are just hanging out here all the time. That's not my personal viewpoint. There's people who say things different than I do, think differently, but I sometimes think they're just, I'm not going to put this up, but they're just trying to look very cool and spiritual. I think that when people and animals cross over, that if they do have visitations and things like that, like there may be a reason for it, and there may be a time that happens, but I don't think they're just here lingering. Like, I think there's a lot more,
She was busy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But your cat probably knows that.
What's that?
Your cat probably, did you ever say to her, like when she was on the bed, did you ever go like, did you ever sort of acknowledge it a little bit? Like, say anything? Like, is that you, or or you just kind of kept it in your head?
Of course. I tap on the mattress.
Okay, so yeah, so she wouldn't have.
Then, then I stopped doing it when she stopped doing it. But either way, it doesn't matter. I mean, it hasn't happened in years, so I'm sure she's fine.
Yeah. Oh, sure. Yeah. How about these guys?
There's a cat. See, this is because it's a still photography. This is still. You can't tell if the cat's happy or annoyed.
Okay.
You could be happy. You could say he's happy.
Do you feel in your heart that he's happy?
Yeah. Yes, I do. I feel in my heart that he's happy.
All right. Do you feel like this dog is I do. I feel like he's pretty calm and relaxed. I don't feel tension or upset or anything. Do you get any messages from either one of these guys?
The messages I'm getting is this okay? Is this what you wanted us to do? That's the look I'm getting from a dog. The dog's happy. They're both happy.
Mm-hmm.
But they look like the dog looks like he's posing for the owner.
Yeah, eager to please.
Yeah, like is this good? Is this cute?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I can feel that out. I feel that when you look in his eyes, there's a sense of Yep. See, this is why you're a natural at this. This is
what?
This is something you're natural at it, obviously. Because not everyone would get that. I'm only half joking.
And when you look at the videos on Instagram of dogs and cats that are real, like in an apartment or something, and they can get cute together, it's adorable because it's real. Mm-hmm. This looks like one of those hang in there kitty posters that you hang up in your office,
Okay.
Dogs and cats are moving. They all have happy with that,
Yeah.
It's the only message. I think the cat is, now if you think about that, they don't know each other, this is a photo shoot. Is the cat like slightly annoyed? And now there's a strange dog on his feet.
Do you feel like they know each other? What do you feel?
I don't feel like they know each other.
Okay.
But they look like they're fine with everything. They do this for a living. That's how I feel.
Mm-hmm. Interesting, isn't it?
I was also talking to an actor. So when I see a pose, I know when I see a clip of me on a sitcom, it's a still photograph, I see what I'm doing as the character, and I also remember what I was thinking when I shot the scene. So I think that there's two things going on. There's the moves, what they're portraying, and what they're thinking.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
These are normal actors.
Yeah. So you have to come at it. Yeah, you have to come at it. No, I'm just saying you have to come at it from like two angles. Like you can, because when you do, I mean, I'm being very serious here, but but when you do animal communication, you kind of have to remove yourself from it. Like you remove your preconceived notions and thoughts and everything, and just feel what they're feeling. So it's actually good that you're thinking that, like you're taking into consideration the whole situation and noticing all the things that could be going on, and then you kind of set those aside and say, okay, and then feel. What are they feeling? And pick up anything that they might be actually
thinking. They're both fine with. I think they're both fine with what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
We're both happy to do this, but I also I feel like they were put in this position.
You've been on shows with animals?
Yeah. I worked with a chicken who was terrified because everyone was yelling at it.
Oh.
They had us yelling at the chicken.
Oh, wow, really?
But the chicken didn't look terrified, but I was thinking, this chicken's probably terrified.
Oh.
There's like 8 guys yelling at it. But maybe it wasn't. I became friends with the animal wrangler. And I did a Netflix commercial. Remember the commercial where they're in a warehouse? They're putting Jules and a teddy bear in a warehouse. And then I show up with a red shirt and a bowl of popcorn going, I love you guys. The whole Jewel heist, putting Jules and the teddy bears, it's awesome. And this guy's wearing a wire the whole time. Hey, look at him, he's wearing a wire. All right, guys, let's start this. My wife changes the wire. Then I run back to the living room, and I'm sitting with my wife and my bulldog. And I turn on, it was when Netflix first started streaming. It was a commercial. So there was a bulldog on the couch with me in the scene. And I tried to bond with the bulldog, but the bulldog was focused on his trainer.
Okay.
And but when you watch the clip, it looks like me and the bulldog are best friends.
So what did...
The dog was happy. Mm-hmm. His caretaker was there. Mm-hmm. And he was comfortable, and he trusted us, and he was happy.
Okay.
But at the same time, he was epic.
Exactly.
At the same time, he didn't know me, but he was doing what he was told. Just he gets food that way, and he was trained.
Yeah. Do they use a lot of
strange analyzers?
Yeah.
And I think there was even another. I think there was another animal I can't remember. I've worked with a few. But those are the two in particular that I remember.
Do they use a lot of treat rewards, or is it just kind of like signals?
We don't. It's signals. If you watch episodes of Frasier on Hulu or on Hallmark Channel, you could always see Eddie, the dog, looking off stage. He's never looking at the other actors. He's always looking past them to his trainer. So his trainer's either off stage, or he's in the doorway, or he's in the kitchen. He's just, the dog's always looking at the caretaker.
Okay.
So that's why. I think when you see that, you see the dog never looks at the old man or never looks at Frasier. He's looking at past them at the trainer. Mm-hmm. So once you see that, you can never unsee it.
Huh. There's no more magic after that.
Yeah. That's why I'm impressed.
You've seen too much. You've seen too many fake animals.
I've seen too much of the underside.
Do you feel like they're like genuinely, maybe other than the chicken, I don't know, but do you feel like they're genuinely like they're working kind of deal, so they're kind of happy because dogs especially like to work? Do you feel like it's like that? Like they're content?
I think that what I've learned with the dog sledding thing, for example, is I didn't understand why the dogs would pull a human. But then the guy was telling me that they were jumping up and down and barking because they were so excited to race, that they enjoyed racing.
Okay.
So when you look at movies like Seabiscuit, which I think is the best movie about animals, that Seabiscuit, the horse, was his whole life was to run alongside another horse that was being trained to win. So he was the trainer horse for the horse. He was the winner. So he was there solely to be pulled back to make the other horse confident.
Oh, okay.
So he could go ahead. Mm-hmm. So he had this heart. The reason Seabiscuit became, during the Depression, became the hero of America is he was the underdog who had been trained to lose. And then suddenly he was being allowed to win.
Okay.
So at the very, very end, after he breaks his leg and comes back, it's a great scene. It's a real thing. That the jockey, he was losing. And so another jockey, who was also losing, went because he loved Seabiscuit so much, rode back so that Seabiscuit could look at his horse in the eye and get confidence to run, and he won the race. Seabiscuit won the race. So another jockey sacrificed himself to Seabiscuit. Yeah. These animals, that go on sets, are happy to be there. I mean, I don't know about birds because you can't really read a bird's brain. Although some parrots are pretty smart. But anyway, that's what I think.
Yeah.
I think that they're happy to be there.
What about this one behind me?
It's just cute. They're gonna bath. It looks like my old cat.
Oh, really?
It could be its ghost. Yeah, black and white cookie.
Oh.
Always ready Always ready for a wedding with a tuxedo on. That's what she looks very happy. Very happy.
Yeah. All right. Well, is there anything else you'd like to comment on? Anything else?
I hit everything. The actors, the animal actors, the ghost cat, the cop cat. I really feel like I hit everything I should, you know? I will tell you an interesting story about being a stand-up comic. Sometimes you got to perform with magicians. And magicians, they have birds in their pocket. And they have to go on stage and do the trick exactly when they do. Exactly on time, or else the bird runs out of oxygen. Which leads me to believe that there's been times where they pulled out dead birds. Mm-hmm. So they have to learn how much oxygen. We don't know how much oxygen is in a pocket, but magicians know because they've killed birds.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, they must have.
But there are birds that this one guy has birds, and the birds absolutely love being on stage.
Really?
Some of the birds absolutely love it. Yeah.
Huh.
You know, and so they're happy to play with their boss. You know, play with their dad.
They're happy to be not in a pocket.
And exactly. Sometimes they have birds on like sticks, and they're just on stage, and they do tricks with them. You know.
Yeah.
And my friend David Acker, who runs Comedy Nest in Montreal, his main source of income is he trains dogs to do tricks in large auditoriums. So, for example, he'll go to a baseball stadium and he'll go out with 5 dogs and do big tricks, and the crowd goes crazy. And then the game starts. These dogs are so happy to do it.
Oh yeah.
Like one dog runs up with a microphone and a pedestal. And it puts the pedestal down, runs against the microphone, puts the microphone down. Then it gets on the pedestal and like just moves his mouth. And then the friends backstage going, "Hey everybody, the show is going to start now." And then there's a round of applause, and the dog takes the microphone, runs off, gets the pedestal, and runs off, and then the show starts. It's pretty amazing, you know.
Yeah, dogs like to work, so I guess if they consider it work and it's like they're interacting with him and having fun, then they probably do like it.
Right.
There's birds in the pocket. That's a little scary, but a little sad.
It was really good to see you again.
Yeah, you too. Thank you for doing this.
Sure.
I appreciate it. Brian, you have a YouTube channel. How can people find you? If people want more Brian?
I have brianscolaro.com as play dates and as some videos, and also YouTube and typing in Brian Scolaro.
Mm-hmm.
SCOLARO. You see some of my videos. I'm on Instagram as well, Brian_Scolaro.
Okay, and I'll put the link in the description for your YouTube channel too.
Okay, thank you.
And yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
My pleasure. You take care, man. It's good to see you.
You too. Good to see you. Take care. Thank you.
My pleasure. Merry Christmas.
You too. Bye-bye.
Rub my belly, rub my belly, rub my belly, my belly, my belly.